Are you being called to advocate or protect today? Remember that advocacy is using your voice or your influence or your skills to support a cause that's important to you, a person or a community or a principle that's being under attack. Advocacy requires courage and compassion and persistence, and also the willingness to stand for something that is really going to be challenging. It requires the willingness to do something that might be well outside of our comfort zones and might be scary. So, what are you passionate about today? What are some causes that you feel most aligned with and you feel drawn to? What are some things that are currently going on in your community or the nations that you're part of, and how are these things actually hurting other people? What are some of the things that you can do that can actually improve the lives of the people who are around you? And maybe it's not even people, maybe it's animals, maybe it's the environment, maybe it's something outside of ourselves that we may not always really think of. What are some experiences that you've had with advocacy in the past? Has there ever been a time where somebody had advocated for you, and did that have an impact on you? Has there ever been a time where you wanted somebody to advocate for you when you didn't really have a voice, or maybe you didn't feel strong and you felt a certain way about it when nobody stood up for you? And do you want other people to feel that way too? What is actually within your control? What are some injustices that are going on right now that are so hard to ignore, or it might be impossible to ignore? What are your values and how can they drive advocacy efforts? What do you feel called to stand up for right now, and why? And how do you think that your voice and your impact and your actions can actually make improvements in the communities that you serve, in the relationships that you're in the environments that you're in, even in the nations that you're in? There are so many of our nations and there are so many of our communities that are being under attack, and so many groups of people that are being harmed from people in power. So what is actually within our control today to actually make the changes that we want to see, to shape the kind of generation and the kind of environments that we want in our lives?